Hello, hello, welcome. Hoping you are having a good day. Welcome to the next video. We're going to be doing something a little bit different today. Something very simple. Again, sorry. You know what? Next video, I'll actually play the game instead of looking at like cosmetics or something like this. Where today we're going to be discussing the best Evo that you can get in each arena. Starting out at training camp, you get all these cards for free, no cost. And in this arena, we have 1, 2, 3 Evos. First up, we're going to talk about Evo Archers. I really think that this is the worst Evo of this arena. It's susceptible to spells pretty easily. They can help on defense and offense, but usually you don't even notice they're there. So they're definitely not the winner. And actually, in my opinion, Musketeer doesn't do it as well, although it is a lot more useful than the Archers. Right? Being able to snipe something is very valuable, especially if something you don't want on the field, like, let's say, a Dark Goblin. Or, as you can see here, a Witch is also pretty bad against it. Yeah, anything with Swarm, it's not the best. It will use up its ability, which is why I think the best in just off rip has to be Knight. Its ability to tank damage so much. I think it has more HP than maybe a Golem. Who knows? When it shields up, I don't think so, but maybe. It's definitely the winner of training camp. But we do have to move on to Goblin Stadium. There's not much to discuss here because Goblin Cage is the winner because there's no other Evo in Goblin Stadium. So, congratulations, Goblin Cage, you won. Now, in Bone Pit, we do have more to discuss here. We do have Bomber. We do have Bomber now. Bomber has been nerfed a long while ago. It used to, whenever it hit tower, it used to bounce twice onto tower, and both of those bounces would do damage, which was it was really good. Right, but that was patched sooner later on. Most players don't even know about that because it was actually that long ago. I think it's now over a year since that patch. That's how long it's been. But it's consideration. We also have skeletons in this arena, which I'm just saying right now are not going to be the winner. Although many pros put this pretty high, I just think it's so susceptible to almost any spell in the game if you do it correctly. Right? Like Log. So many people have Log. It's really not that good of value anyway. We also have who I think is the winner of this arena. We have Valkyrie. I mean, the ability to just pull something back off of a tower is just look at this. This Golem can't go anywhere, and she does fairly good damage. Not only that, but her tornado can kill air troops if they have low enough health, or if she's swinging for long enough. Two cycles is fine even with this, so she definitely wins Bone Pit. Going on to Barbarian Bowl. In Barbarian Bowl, we have another 3 Evos. There's actually a lot of Evos in these lower arenas that you can get, like Cannon. Great defensive Evo, right? The artillery that comes down from the sky, just like in Clash of Clans artillery building. That, by the way, RIP, I guess. This was its replacement. It's no longer a thing. It lives on now in the Evo Cannon. But as you can see here, you kind of have to get lucky / time it right to when troops are in those areas where the artillery does come down, or to use this correctly. So this one does take skill. but we also have barbarians in this arena, and right, I mean, these are good. All they do is rage up. Whenever they get onto a tower or a bigger unit, it does help. But my problem is many things just counter so easily. Look at a bowler. I mean, anything that had like executioner like that will just destroy these guys. You need a very kind of specific situation like this. This situation's really good, but then they're probably just going to defend it right after, right? Who knows? Battle Ram, I would say this is better than Barbarians, just base value, but maybe not actually, because all you really do need is like a building, and you're pretty much fine. And plus, afterwards, it's 2 Evo Barbarians, which are just going to be easy to defend. They're the Barbarians, but a little bit faster hit speed. Not that dangerous. I feel like these are probably worse. Which leaves, I think the winner has to be Cannon for Barbarian Bull. So we'll have to go on to Spell Valley. Looking at this now, can you see what has happened? Yes, Wizard instantly wins for Spell Valley because he's the only one. I want to say that this evolution is quite annoying, right? Something like that logging it is pretty good answer though, as shown. And you can, right? And a lot of times Evo Wizards use index where you need log anyway, so it actually does kind of get countered a lot, which is why people say it's really bad. But in my opinion, it's kind of annoying from time to time, especially when it's behind a big unit. But other than that, I mean, it instantly wins Spell Valley. Congratulations, Wizard. But when we go up to Builders Workshop Arena 5, we do have something to talk about because we have 1, 2, 3 Evos. Starting off with Zap, a spell to cycle here. Zaps and then zaps again. Now, with small units, it already kills. Let's look at this example, right? It gets Minion Horde, but here's my thing. I don't know if I really don't know about Zap, honestly. I feel like I would say it's middle of the line. It's not bad, and it's not necessarily the best either, right? I feel like it has a lot of good situations. And compared to the other things, we'll see, though. The other things in this arena is, in fact, Mortar. And I'm going to be real too. There is a soft spot in my heart for Mortar, so there might be a little bit biased, but I'll try to be as least biased about this decisioning as I can, because even Mortar has gotten me so many wins. The goblins that get onto tower are still so annoying. Even going against it, I've got annoyed it. It's just such a good thing. It really helps Mortar elevate itself. Bats, also pretty good. Now, because of its healing, right, like it survives saps, I think it can survive arrows too. I may be wrong about that, but it's actually really good at DPSing something down, right? If it gets on the tower, it actually does nice damage. Now, in order for them to actually get a chance to do what they do, obviously, you need to place it onto something, not just in front of something, which isn't that hard of a skill gap. I'm going to have to say, I still have to give it to Evo Mortar. You can call me biased, but I still think this is the best Evo of this arena. I really do. It's just such good damage. It is kind of annoying to deal with. So congratulations, Mortar. We go on to P.E.K.K.A. Playhouse. By the way, this is going to be a little bit of a longer video. P.E.K.K.A. Playhouse, we do have now 4 Evos. We have Evo Barrel, the Decoy, which is now easy to see what the Decoy looks like, so I don't really think this is that good anymore, honestly, especially if it's 2 cycles. Right? Now, moving on, we're going to do Witch next. Witch is still pretty good. Now, she has been nerfed to absolute hell. I'm not going to lie with you. She's been nerfed how many times? Like 4 or something like that. A lot of times. She no longer heals off of every skeleton. She only heals off her own. So she's no longer as good. They have given her a compensation buff, but so that way she's usable, but she still isn't the best, right? We'll move on to P.E.K.K.A., who is completely dropped out of the meta. I'm going to be real with you. It used to be good when, it was only Mega Knight and everything else. It was quite annoying because it didn't die. But now with the other Evos in play, it's really bad. I don't know if it's going to find a place in the meta anytime soon. So, and now it's time to talk about Baby Dragon. As you can see, it got its new evolution. So you can see the square. That square slows down troops and speeds up your troops. Now, how good is that? It depends. I actually think it kind of depends on the troops that you use in that square. Right? Slowing something down is pretty good. But I think the better effect that you're getting here is the speed up. Because imagine putting a balloon in front of this, right? Or a lava hound. I feel like this is going to be really good in air decks with fast-moving units, making them even faster. Kind of a replacement for Rage in a way. But to say which is the best of the arena, I can't really say it's Baby Dragon because we haven't really seen it yet. So I have to give it to Witch. Congratulations to the Witch. Royal Arena, we have only, let me see, 2. And what I think a third one, World Recruits, they lose their shield and they start sprinting like a knight, right? Princes, shall I say. I mean, good. It just makes them even more overpowered than they were. Just all I can say about it. Royal Giant, though, as well, its ability also makes it more overpowered than it was. Because now small units aren't as effective against it. Even bigger units that do big damage, it knocks it back, and it gets really annoying. So, this is definitely the best one of the arena. It's the lowest skill, but in the highest damage. Now, if you ever had Clash Royale if you follow the game at all, I think the next evolution is supposed to be Pig Royal Hogs, and they're gonna fly or something. I don't know. We'll see. We're gonna go on Frozen Peak. With the new card, by the way, Vines is here. Interesting artwork. We do have some Evos in here, like Snowball. It has been nerfed a little bit. It no longer goes really far. Or it's no longer very slow, allowing us to pick up everything in the way. And then we have Ice Spirit, which has double freeze. Right? 1, 2. It waits quite a while, and it kills the skeletons there, so it does decent damage. It's like Zap, but right. But I honestly think that this is better than the Zap, right? Because it slows and it resets anything like that. It's really good. And there is no other Evo. I think it has to be Ice Spirit. I know Giant Snowball is still very, very good, but I think Ice Spirit is just so versatile. I had to give it to him. Jungle Arena. We have a Evo Dark Goggins, the poison effects, which does pretty well-ish. And we have Goblin Giant. That after half of its health is gone, it just spawns a goblin behind it. I believe that's the only two here. It is actually no, Skeleton Barrel. After some of its health, it drops. Right. Both of those barrels do def damage, by the way. So this is definitely the best one of the arena. This is just so hard to stop with like anything you have. So it's definitely the winner of this arena. Jungle Arena. We're on to Hog Mountain. And the first things first, we got to see, right? Furnace and Hunter are the two evils here. Hunter being able to, pin something down is now kind of useless. I think Hunter is going to need a rework or something because no one's going to use this. There's now vines, right? There's no use to use the Hunter evolution if there's now vines. So I feel like just because of that, it didn't have a chance either way. But I don't think it wins. Tesla here, it's good. It stops the units a little stunned for a second, and it could kill groups of Swarm too. It's pretty decent, but I just think it's not as good as Furnace Evolution. I mean, the ability to just rapid spawn Fire Spirits is so OP, no matter the circumstance, so it definitely wins. Now we're on to Electro Valley. We have Mega Knight that knocks things back. We have Inferno Dragon, that keeps its up. And that's the only two. Between these two, I have to give it to Mega Knight. I mean, it's just so annoying. Knock anything you want back. Plus, it's just Mega Knight. Honestly, that's all I need to say for this arena. On to Spooky Town. We have Firecracker. We do have Electro Dragon. Wall Breakers. Firecracker is pretty good, right? I haven't seen it in the meta that much anymore. Maybe because it's honestly kind of a hindrance to have this, right? It activates King Tower, and plus it's, so spell dies to spell too easily. Electro Dragon's chain effects, I kind of don't see it that much. It has a nice chain effect, but sometimes the chain effect doesn't even do anything. So I think the winner is Wall Breakers. I mean, just like the Skeleton Barrel, this is so hard to stop. It kills everything. It wins. Rascal's Hideout. I don't think there is an Evo in this arena, so we move on. Serenity Peak. Like I said, we only have Executioner, I think. So I think it wins by default. Never mind, we have a Lumberjack. I think Lumberjack isn't the best, though. Right, it has Royal Ghost ability, basically, where it attacks anything it wants. But you can kind of just distract it with, Ice Golem. So I think defensively and offensively, I like the Executioner more. I will say it's a better Evo in this Serenity Peak. Miners Mine. There's no Evo here. There's no Evo anywhere else. But I will tell you the best champion for each one of these, by the way. Golden Knight, definitely here. Definitely this Boss Bandit. So good. And here's definitely the Monk still. Little Prince is decent. But I still think Monk is outclassing him in every way. But that's it. That's the best Evo. And I guess at the end there, I named the best champions for each arena. I hope you enjoyed. Hope you have a good day. That'll be a GG.